Hey y'all, Mike with Cardboard Kingdom. Welcome back to another Disney Lorcana video. Today is the 15th of November. Happy Azurite Sea Release Day, guys. Best of luck with all of your pools. I would love to hear what your guys' chases are. Brent asked me in the comments yesterday, and I'm down to I think two that I'm chasing. There's a lot that are kind of in like an intermediate range, and there's some that I hope I don't pull. Baymax and Wreck It Ralph are my two favorites. We'll get into some exciting news here in a minute about a Baymax art that I really, really like. But Baymax and Wreck It Ralph, in terms of set cards, enchanteds that I want to pull, those are my two chases for the set. Definitely don't rank as high as like Mufasa from Shimmering Skies, for example. But nevertheless, those are the two enchanteds that I hope we pull if we're fortunate enough to pull any. But that is where we are. That's what we're currently chasing. And then I'm excited for the Stitch collector's box. Stitch is a really cool character, a character that I'm a fan of. Honestly, my daughter hasn't gotten too much. Like, she's seen Lilo and Stitch, but she's not too much into it yet. And so selfishly just excited to open that little gift box and see what's all is in it. How many packs come, the portfolio, the promo cards, etc. Just want to open it and get my hands on it. Really, really excited for that particular product. And that's something that I hope Lorcana continues to expand. These like promos and collection boxes and things like that. It's something that I think Pokemon does really well. They give you a lot of different ways to acquire cards and interact with the hobby. I don't now. Some of them are over the top, and some of them like I don't even know what packs come in it, and like I don't even know the cards. Like some of them are overwhelming. But I think that that's something they do well is they just give you a lot of different options in terms of products to interact with the hobby with, and that's something where I'd like to see Lorcana increase a little bit. Now, I like the booster box trove gift set kind of rollout every time with the starter decks and sleeve booster packs as well. I think that's a good array. One or two extra things added in would just be cool to see. So maybe some sort of like mid-cycle release of some products. So like rather than just the release on Azurite Sea, we get this Stitch gift box. Maybe before set 7 comes out, we're already on set 6. That's wild. Before set 7 comes out, maybe in like a month and a half, we get like an Elsa box or whatever. Pick your character, but that would just be cool if we got something mid cycle. One of these times, I think that would just be a really cool product to see. So hopefully we get something like that in the future. But please let me know your chases for Azurite Sea. Very interested to hear where you guys land. Obviously, there's a lot of different, movies and IPs that are included in these enchanteds. Very polarizing, right? Maybe you don't have a chase. Maybe you're saying, Mike, I'm not chasing ish. I'm going to chase Pikachu looking back at it that's worth like $1,000 or whatever from Surgic Sparks. So cheers to you even if you're not opening, but please let me know your chase if you are. We had an exciting announcement this morning from Fanfinity, the company who's going to be hosting the EU Continental Championships for Disney Lorcana. You can see the countdown here: 20 days, 16 hours, 35 minutes, and 47 seconds as of time of recording this video. For this event that's going to be happening on December 6th through the 8th. This was really, really cool to see. I did see some people starting to voice frustration on Reddit about not having details yet, even though the event was coming up. Hopefully this gives them enough time to plan, 20 days. Admittedly, if I were going to be making a trip somewhere for this, like I would probably want like over a month's notice. So, definitely not enough time for me, in my opinion. But hopefully everyone can make it happen. Obviously, this event is one that everyone's already qualified for in terms of the main player base for the main event. Be interested to see how many people can't make it happen due to 20 days notice. That's just not a lot of time, right? So hopefully that's something as first event, right, first Continentals. Hopefully as these things begin to become more concurrent and consistent, that these details get ironed out, and so people can get them a little bit ahead of time. Because I do think 20 days to plan a whole 3-day trip, especially if you're like me and you've got a wife and 3 kids and whatever, like it's just a lot, right? So would like some more time if possible moving forward. But the event is announced. Very, very excited. They've got some really cool like tabs up here at the top for side events where it's going to be held. Hotel deal. There was one that was coverage. I want to see what the coverage looks like. Can't make it to the event. No worries. Fans of Disney Lorcana will be able to view the entire show from home thanks to the live broadcast on Twitch. Follow the official Disney Lorcana channel. So the same broadcast that we've been seeing, which is great. Hopefully it says live broadcast, right? But they've been showing us pre-recorded games. I hope that they can find a way to make it live, but nevertheless, be able to watch it on Twitch. Which is cool. They are offering a whole bunch of like side events and things like that. I think they're doing a similar like ticketing system. There are promos available and some really really cool cards that I'm excited for. So if you go to the event, you get 2 turbo vouchers, Disney Lorcana lanyard, one discount voucher for the store at Disneyland Paris, 20% off a purchase of 50 or more. Dang, that's significant if someone went over there and cleaned up. 1 promo card, non-foil Mickey Mouse True Friend, this one here. You get a challenge pin, ability to purchase discounted park tickets, another cool just interaction between Lorcana and Disney. And then there's some other things. Let's see here. Structure, prizes. So prizes, this is what I wanted to get into. So if you go, you get foil extended artwork, invited to the ball, and Baymax sleeves. So if you go, you get this card here, invited to the ball, and you get Baymax sleeves. That's just for going to the event. Now, if you get top 32, you get the Elsa's Ice Palace, which, look, I've hated on locations a lot. This card is awesome. This card looks really, really cool. It's obviously going to be pretty cheap. Let's rephrase that. It'll be cheaper than the rest of the cards because it's a location, but I think it's very cool. Next up, we have, let's see here. Top 16, you get the Alt Art Cusco and Baymax Armored Companion and 4 booster boxes of Azurite Sea. Awesome. So if you're able to get to the top 16, that's really where you see some big boosts in your pricing. You get the Baymax Armored Companion, which this card is sick. Love it. I mentioned Baymax is one of my chases for Azurite Sea. My family and I had just very recently because of Azurite Sea, we finally watched Big Hero 6. We hadn't seen it before, and that movie is great. If you haven't seen Big Hero 6, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Me and my daughter and my son are doing the little Baymax handshake all the time. That's now our family handshake. It's so cool. Baymax as a character is awesome. The movie's awesome, and this card is disgusting in the best way possible. Awesome card, awesome art. It's a top 16 plus you get a top 8. So there's not a lot of them, right? There's just simply not a lot of them. Now, we'll see if they're continued to be used for worlds, maybe DLC events in the future, whatever. But like these cards here, and we have to wait to see what more information comes out, but these cards are like, these are the ones that you're going to start to see like exorbitant prices on. So like, for example, let's just say you get the Alt Art Baymax for the top 8 and the top 16. Let's say they do the same for the North America side of things. That's 32 plus another 16. So we're staring at 48, total foil Baymaxes in existence. Now, they might use it for also Worlds, for other DLC events, but let's just say Worlds has its own unique alt art promos, and these 48, and assuming they use them in NA, are the only ones to exist. Those cards are going to thousands upon thousands of dollars, right? Even more rare than the serialized Mickeys, and will command more of a premium than the serialized Mickeys. Now, I think they'll probably use them at Worlds, and we'll see what continues to happen there. Obviously, as always, don't FOMO in. These cards are going to get cheaper, and then maybe they'll go up gradually over time. They will go up gradually over time, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, don't spend $40,000 on a Baymax like people are doing on the serialized Mickey when we now see that card more closer to like the probably 10,000 range. I haven't seen one sell for a long time, but probably closer to 10K. But just that speaks to the some of these cards in like the top 16 and top 8 might be worth more than if you get top 4, you get another BLT Alt Art serialized Mickey. But there's already a lot of those out there, and there might be less Baymaxes, right? There might be less Cuscoses. Now, those characters also don't have the appeal as a Mickey, right? So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But like that Baymax card, just take my money. We have the Cusco as well for the alt art for the top. That's top 16. So you get Temperamental Emperor and Baymax. Top 8, you get just Baymax. So you get another Baymax essentially. Because that's the same thing, right? Yeah, foil. Yep. Okay. So you get another Baymax for top 8. That's weird. You probably have a different card, but wait. Oh my god. All right. I take that back. I'm an idiot. It's a playmat. You get a playmat for top 16. A Baymax playmat. Now, still sick, probably equally disgusting in terms of art. But everything I just said goes out the window. There's only top 8 to get the Baymax. So you say top 8 NA, top 8 EU, maybe some variation at Worlds. You know, that same kind of thought process, but even less in existence in terms of supply. So top 8 get the foil Baymax. I apologize. Top 4 get the BLT serialized Mickey. Finalist gets a full set of Azurite Sea, and then the winner gets a 4X full set of Azurite Sea and an EU Championship trophy. So that sounds like a physical trophy would be my guess, in combination with 4 sets of Azurite Sea, which is crazy. That's awesome. So congrats to anyone who makes it that far. Oh yeah, and burying the lead here, top 16, you also get 4 booster boxes of Azurite Sea, which is cool. But so these are the prizes for the competition. Now there's all sorts of like side events and things like that. You can read through more of that here. I'm more interested in just like the trophy cards and the alt arts that are coming out. But once again, just iconic arts. Awesome cards, and ones that, you know, we have this kind of continued chase of adding to our collection. We'll see if these are added. The same ones are added for NA. I assume they will. They did for the DLC events. I'm sure that will remain true for Continentals. And then Worlds, we saw the whole new world promo that's coming for Worlds, and then we also saw, which just makes sense, right? And then we saw the 1 of 1 Mickey, which that card, you know, congrats, you know, future congrats whoever wins that thing, because that is going to be a life-changing sum of money. So congrats to whoever wins that. Obviously doing well at any of these events is going to be, you know, could be potentially life-changing, but at the end of the day, that 1 of 1 Mickey from Worlds is just, it's going to be on a different level. So, but we get some new alt arts, and hopefully everyone who's qualified is able to attend. Obviously, you know, only 3 weeks notice. Once again, wish it would have been a little bit more, but overall, this looks to be a very, very exciting time. So December 6th through the 8th, 3 weeks from now, starting on a Friday, ending on a Sunday. Gonna be hype. Excited to see what comes out. This is obviously going to have Azurite Sea involved in the play, I would imagine, because they're giving out all the Azurite Sea and stuff, and you've got 3 weeks to get your hands on the cards. So that would be that'll be really, really exciting. Congrats to everyone who qualified, and I cannot wait to watch it. In terms of like pricing and things like that, on Azurite Sea, reminder guys, these prices are going to come down. They're all going to be sub 100 in my opinion. Maybe like it looks like Wreck-It Ralph is the most expensive right now, which is obviously one of my chases, but I do not think it is going to stay there. We're also missing a lot of the other enchantments that just aren't listed yet, or their market price hasn't caught up. But Chip and Dale isn't going to be 184. Wreck-It Ralph isn't going to be 221. Yzma is going to be 126. The staff is going to be 133. Daisy Duck is going to be 119. Do not go out and FOMO in on these. They are going to be cheaper the longer you wait, as has been the case with the majority of all sets, except for a few cards here and there that have really been chases, like maybe the Cinderella, the Elsa, the Mufasa. Apart from that, you're usually better off waiting, unless it's a highly meta card that you can kind of be ahead of the meta game there and be ahead of that shift. Interested to see how some of these alt arts that we have, like for example the Oswald. Obviously, right now it's listed at 1780. There's already 75 available. I do wish people waited a little bit more. Like, I get it. These people get the cards from their distributors and they start to rip them and open them and list them. There's like, I haven't even had a chance to get my cards yet. There's already 75 different listings for Oswald. Some of them having 10. Like, I don't like that. That feels grimy. But nevertheless, wait on your cards. But I'm curious to see. Once again, what this does for like some of the alt arts, like the Oswald from the D23 2024 collector's box. What does that do to the Oswald? Because he's commanding a premium right now. 103 is the lowest on the market. Obviously, been a lot of sales since it came out. Been pretty consistent over 100 here. We've got 2 that were bought for 120, 3 at 105, 1 at 102. So a card that's very highly in demand. Multiple people buying their play sets. Is this going to start to tail off a little bit since the other options are available now, or are people going to continue to chase the alt art? Big step up here. Once these 2 from Top Dog Cards sale, we're at 115. So significant bump there. But curious how cards like that will perform once we get some cheaper variants, and continue to continue to move throughout this Azurite Sea process. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Good luck on your pools. Please let me know what your chase is, and let me know what you think of the European Continentals that was announced. What do you think of the cards? What do you think of the structure and everything? What's your favorite alt art? The Baymax. It's got a place in my heart. What I would give for this to be the art in the Azurite Sea set. You know, that card's awesome. Like, this is what makes Lorcana different, in my opinion. Like, these vibrant colors on this enchanted foil that just pop. Like, I'm not gonna hate on them for going with a set theme and creating an identity, telling a story, creating lore. Like, that's Disney, right? And that is the artists expressing their creative freedom. Like, I'm all for it. And look, I've been on record. I don't like this format as much as some of the previous ones, but I'm proud of them for going out and telling a story, and like, they're just being creative and they're doing a good job at it. Now, do I wish this Baymax card was the enchanted art in the set? I absolutely do, because this card is like I said, it's just disgusting in all the right ways. It is definitely a card that I'll be chasing for a long time. I've got my eyes on some other cards at the moment, but this will be pipeline long-term card. Definitely one I'll be chasing. And once again, now that we've identified that only the top 8 are going to get it, so let's say top 8 get it here, top 8 get it in NA, that's top 16. Maybe we get 8 at Worlds. We're looking at 24. If they don't do any more than that, that's going to be one of the rarest cards. Now, I'm of the belief that they will, because I don't get the sense that Ravensburger wants to have these extremely low card counts, because that's going to cause the market to value them at an extremely high value. Which, I mean, that's the market's discretion to do. I don't think Ravensburger should worry about that too much. But just based on how they've addressed these situations thus far, I would imagine maybe it's like top 32 at Worlds get it, or top 16 at Worlds get it, so it at least like doubles. I doubt they'd bring it into like any DLC events, because this has a different or no, that's the same promo as the DLC events, the Let It Goes and whatnot. So the competitive event promo stamped there at the bottom. So we'll see if it's continued on. But don't FOMO in, guys. We have to wait to see what happens with the market. There's a good chance that maybe these are awarded next year's DLC events, or just one-off events, etc. So do not FOMO into to those cards here in a few weeks once they hit the open market. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Best of luck on your pools. Please let me know what your chase is, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye.